Hey guys, don't forget, IceT and the Hippogriff episodes can be listened to on the go using the Anchor app or Anchor website on any mobile device or computer. Just type IceT and the Hippogriff in the search bar. You can also get notifications to catch IceT and the Hippogriff recordings live on twitch.tv by following our Twitch channel. Find it at twitch.tv/IceTKirby. Enjoy the show.
People like to get worked up about things, and that's just not our style. So, to save you guys a call to the authorities, take a listen to this. The opinions and ideas you hear are those of the hosts, their guests, and their callers, and not those of the companies, sponsors, or advertisers for this podcast. And with that said, enjoy the show.
Hey. Welcome back to another episode of IceT and the Hippogriff. My name is Jesse Harriton, also known as IceT Kirby, and I am joined here again by the lovely Victoria Sorrentino. How are you doing, Victoria?
Hey everybody, I'm doing fantastic. It's another
That's
great
awesome.
day, and I'm really happy to be here.
Sweet. So, today's episode is going to be pretty fun. This was kind of like a late decision, and I think it was worth it, and I think it's going to be a wild ride because, wow, we're in trouble. This is going to be fun. Okay, so here, let me get the housekeeping out of the way, and then we'll jump into it. Welcome to IceT and the Hippogriff for a wonderful Thursday evening at around 7:07 on May 14th, 2020. And today we're going to do a taste test. And this is going to be like a new thing every now and then. And it's going to be IceT and the Hippogriff, and it's going to be taste test. And it's going to be like a segment. And basically we are going to have two really famous seltzer companies go at it. And by go at it, I mean go at it at our taste buds. And we're going to actually rank these things, these flavors, because some of them share flavors, right? And we're going to see which one we like more in the end, by the end of the episode. But before that, and before we start to lose our senses here, you can catch our recordings live every Thursday at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on twitch.tv/IceTKirby, and that is a live recording. So right now there's people in the chat and they're hanging out with us, and they're hopefully enjoying the show, and they'll be able to engage with us. And then our episodes will release every following Tuesday on anchor.fm/IceT and the Hippogriff, which is our main platform. And from there, you can also listen to it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, and many, many more. Of course, and this is the new thing that I'm still excited about, you can call into the show, you can text the show, or you can even leave a voice message by calling in at 802-432-8358. That is 802-432-8358. And yes, you can call into the show whenever we open the lines, and you can even text us whenever you want, or leave a voicemail wherever you want. So that will be a fun thing for you to do. And as always, please follow, like, and share. Following us on Twitch, following us on YouTube especially, and anchor.fm/IceT and the Hippogriff. All three of those platforms are very critical for our survival and for us to be able to create some fun and interesting stuff for you. Victoria, before we jump in, how are you feeling? How is everything going with you and life and all that fun stuff?
Izzy, I really thank you for asking. Very kind of you. I'm doing really well. I'm doing very well. I'm really excited to do this taste test today because I've never had a Bud Light seltzer before, but I have indulged in my fair share of White Claws. So I'm really excited to try something new today. But overall, it's been a really productive week. Just been at home working out, hula hooping. I've been picking that back up, and it's just a really nice time to be focused on yourself.
Yeah, so that's really great. And you mentioned being White Claw uh, knowledgeable. I will have to say that I think I've during this quarantine bonanza, I have drank more seltzers than I think anyone I know in an immediate rate, like 10 to 20 mile radius. I have drank. I'm not like exaggerating. Like I have, and I did this on purpose. I saved all the cans of the White Claws and Trulies and Bud Light seltzers and Corona seltzers and all the seltzers that I've had, and I've put them in a big box in the garage just so I can see by the end of this pandemic how many cans have I drank of the seltzers. And that's kind of what inspired the idea too. So, yeah. So let's get into it. Let's do a taste test. This is the very first taste test. Let's do it.
All right. I have a White Claw Black Cherry.
Wait, hold on, Victoria. We have our intro.
It's time for a taste test with IceT and the Hippogriff. Oh, that's good.
Yes, that's our. We have an intro for a taste test, and my goodness, I'm so proud of that production. All right, let's get into it. So, I figured we'd do it like this. Let's set some rules here for how we're going to rate these things. I think what we should do is we should do it by flavor, right? So, Victoria, I'm assuming you bought the same packs as I did, right? You bought probably which packs did you buy?
So I bought a 12-pack variety of the Bud Light, and then I have my White Claw here with me as well.
Is it both of them are the variety packs, right?
Oh, yes, sir.
And you got for the Bud Light seltzer, you should have black cherry, lemon lime, strawberry, and mango, right?
Correct.
And then for the White Claw, you should have natural lime, raspberry, ruby grapefruit, and black cherry.
Yeah, I have.
Okay. The only thing that kind of messed us up a little bit, and that's okay. We'll figure a way out, or maybe I'll just do it by myself. But I had to buy the mango White Claw by itself because it came in a 6-pack. So that way we can match up the black cherries, we can match up the limes, and we can match up the mangoes, right? And then I figured the raspberry and the strawberry, I know they're different fruits, so obviously they taste different. But maybe we could just do like a wild card, like regardless of the flavor of it, which one just is more fun to drink or is more pleasant to drink on the taste buds, I guess. That could be like a wild card round or something. And then we can, at that point, we could just drink and do whatever. So let's do it this way. Before we delve in, let me at least tell you a little bit about White Claw here, and we'll start with that because we might as well learn something while we gouge down these things. What flavor do you want to start with, Victoria? Just name a flavor. We'll start with that one.
Of the White Claw? Here, I've got this black cherry in front of me.
Okay, so you have black cherry. I'm going to write black cherry. I'm writing this down. I'm writing this on paper. So what we'll do is we'll rate it, right? We'll each rate it 1 to 5, 5 being the best. 5 stars, right? Or 5 cans. Let's call them cans. 5 out of 5 cans. No, that sounds boring. Chad, what can we name our rating system? Let's see what the chat says. Not stars, because stars is too bland. We wanna make this exciting.
Carbonated beverage. Can we do something with bubbles? Can we say something about bubbles?
Oh, 5 bubbles. Let's just say 5 bubbles. Like 5 bubbles out of 5 bubbles. Kind of like Goldblum's, like how like Jeff Goldblum, he rates in Goldblum's. We'll rate it in bubbles. Okay, we'll rate it in bubbles. And I'll write my rating for the bubbles for black cherry, and then you'll review yours. And what we have to do is we'll take a few sips of one, and then we'll jump to the other, right? All right. So you said black cherry. Let me get black cherries out. That sounded weird. right, so I got my black cherries here, and if anyone can, here they are. I got them. Here's Bud Light and White Claw. Victoria, should we start with the White Claw black cherry or the Bud Light Seltzer black cherry?
Oof. Let's start with the White Claw because since I'm more familiar with it, I'll have an idea of what I'm expecting going into that Bud Light, maybe.
Okay, so you say White Claw.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
I'm trying to find a place to put my phone. I can't figure it out. All right, cheers, Victoria, to the show. If anyone in the chat is with us and they're hanging out with us, take a sip of your drink because I'm about to take a sip of mine. Here we go.
Cheers, everybody.
And a little tap on the table there on the desk. Ooh, it's pretty good. So while we are doing this and taking a couple sips here, I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about White Claw and their history, because why not? Figured that'd be fun, right? Just learn a little bit about White Claw. White Claw. Wait, this is my article. Hold on, I could do this. I could do this.
Are you drunk already, Jesse?
No, I really haven't. I really haven't had anything since I woke up. I ran some errands today and just didn't do it. All right,
So
here we go.
You only just haven't had enough yet.
Yes. All right. White Claw. Seltzer, obviously, owned by a man named Mark Anthony Brands, and it was introduced in 2016. They were 100 calories when they began. They are 5% alcohol by volume, and the founder is actually a Canadian business owner, and he began in the wine industry in the 1970s. That's see, like, this is stuff that I don't even know. It's good though. It's obviously super popular. It is, I think, the leader in seltzer beverages, which is pretty cool. What do you take first? So what's your favorite White Claw flavor, Victoria? Just curious. Out of the ones you've had.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. I have been quite partial to the black cherry. That was the first one I ever had. I went on vacation for my 28th birthday, and that's what my friend and I alcoholed out on, if you will.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
It's
I don't know
delicious.
when I had mine first. I really don't remember when I had White Claw for the first time. It was not too long ago. And I remember for a while I wanted to be the guy who was like seltzers, like I don't want to drink that. It's almost like it's uncool or something. But eventually I just caved, and I just kind of I kind of fell in love with them. And the biggest thing for me, and the biggest reason why I love them so much, is because they don't make me feel full. I've always been a beer guy, and I still am a beer guy. I love beer. Beer is my favorite, I think one of my favorite alcohols ever. But, I mean, after 3 or 4 beers, I'm just feeling like I'm going to explode. Like I'm going to pop. And not in a good way. Whether it be gas or breaking the seal or whatever. Like, it does not make me feel good. So, I've been kind of on this train of White Claw, and I've been enjoying the feeling of not feeling full. Like, yeah, do I have to pee still? Of course, because it's a liquid, but I mean, it makes me feel good. I don't know. What do you like them for? Why do you like them? Or do you like them? Are you a seltzer drinker, or are you a something else drinker?
I am a something else drinker. I understand why people really enjoy this beverage. I do. It's very light. It's bubbly. It's not, diluted with, sugar and alcohol. So it's something that you can sip on. Something for the summer to just, walk around the front yard and sip on. I just, as a taste is, I like things with flavor. I like things that have layers to them. So recently, I've really been enjoying like vodkas and OJs. I've been experimenting with different types of alcohol now. Like I've been,
Mm-hmm.
trying to incorporate a little more whiskey. I think whiskey's really nice just because of kind of I think what you like about these White Claws. You can just sip on them and they are enjoyable to have and they
You
do
don't.
make you feel good.
Yeah, like I don't feel like
I
I'm
only need
gonna
one.
explode. And
Exactly,
they.
but I will tell you that the beers and our liquid bread. So the bread is making you full for sure.
Oh yeah, and it's weird because I grew up as a non-soda kid. Like I did not like soda. The bubbles hurt my throat. You know, like it was like, oh, who likes to drink soda because it like makes your throat feel funny because you're swallowing carbonation, and I hated it. But
That's the best part.
that's the weird thing is like this drink, and like now I mean I'll drink Sprite every now and then, and I've kind of gotten accustomed to it. But like the White Claws and the seltzers suddenly struck a chord with me. Just I could take it. I enjoy it. Some of them are pretty refreshing, especially because they're mostly, like you said, they're not much sugar in them, and they're kind of pure. They taste pretty pure. So I don't know.
Yeah, no,
And I
and I think
agree.
that's one of the major selling points for them.
And I agree with
Like there's only
Arcanine Ann. Sorry, Arcanine Ann says I hate how a lot of people say it's a white girl drink. It's not. And like my friend Ryan, I love Ryan. He's cool. He's all right, but he calls me. He says whenever I drink White Claw, he's like, "Oh, it's a bitch drink." Like oh, I should drink like a man's drink. Like come on, whatever, dude. It's a drink. It
you know what? I'll
whatever.
tell you something right now. It is different people, different things. In the beginning, a lot of people did say that. There was a meme that was like, if your boyfriend drinks White Claw, you have a girlfriend or something like that. And everybody drinks alcohol for their own reasons. You don't need to be drinking alcohol to get drunk every time. We have our own avenues and our own goals of relaxing or enjoying a drink. Some people like to sip on wine, and if you just want to sit there with your homies and just shoot the shit. My dad comes home every day and he drinks his beer. Nobody bothers him. This is the same thing. You know, it's gender neutral.
Man, I love reading the comments in the chat, man. The chat. I'm shouting you out right now. Thank you, chat, for
Oh, drink to
making
that.
my day so much better. I'm gonna give you a.
Oh, drink to that. You guys are great.
I'm giving chat an applause here. Hold on. Hell yeah, she does. We gay out here in 2020. That's what. Oh man, sorry. It was worth it. A cool fact about White Claws: throughout 2019, White Claw's popularity grew as a result of the hard seltzers being circulated, obviously through social media. And the slogan "Ain't no laws when you're drinking claws" was coined by a guy from YouTube, a YouTube comedian, named Trevor Wallace. And that video got 4.2 million views just from that. So that's where the slogan "There ain't no laws when you're drinking claws." I never actually saw that video, so it's good to know, I guess.
Oh,
Um,
what? It's up
you,
there with the Bang energy drink videos. It really makes you. There's no such thing as a white girl drink. Like it is manly in every facet. I mean it.
well, cool fact. Trevor Wallace is the guy who coined that slogan for them.
Should get him
That's
on
like
the show.
indirect marketing. We need that. Victoria, we need to do something that people will coin slogans for, and that way we can get more notoriety.
Ooh.
Um,
You know what? We
what?
we we did we did plan on a meeting in a couple of weeks, so we should drill that on the board.
We can drill out on them, can't we? Huh. All right. Well, let's give some viewers a little bit of a peer into our taste buds here. What are you tasting? What is it? How is it going down for you so far? I don't know. I'm not a taste tester. I don't know the rules for this. But what does it taste like for you?
So it reminds me of my childhood when I would drink Coca-Cola. Just how you said you didn't really like that it's bubbles in your mouth and while it goes down. Um, that's what I'm feeling. And I like it. I'm tasting black cherry and I'm also tasting it with water. Like bubbly black cherry water.
Yeah, It almost reminds me of like an infused water. You know, when people like put like fruit, like lemons and oranges in water, and they let it sit for a while, and they ice it.
Yes.
It's like that, but with carbonation, and obviously there's alcohol. But the best part is that it's not. You don't really taste the alcohol. It's either that or I'm callous to the alcohol because I've drank so much during this pandemic. But no, but even before that, like there got to a point where it just didn't seem like it tasted like alcohol, and I don't know. They have on the can itself, it says "made pure" in big text on the above the nutrition facts, and they're they're being honest. It tastes pretty pure. It doesn't taste full of stuff, you know. And I think that's the point, which is why, you know, when I'm done drinking it, I don't feel like I'm going to explode.
Right. Still
Now,
feel really light, like you have room.
now,
Want to
Victoria,
drink.
I need an opinion on this. Should we, and in chat, Twitch chat, you can help us with this too. Should we finish the can and then move on to the Bud Light can, or should we like drink half of the White Claw and then open the Bud Light and drink some of that in order to make a comparison? What should we do with that? Half and half. Okay, we got some of them say half and half.
If we drink all of them, I'm gonna get super drunk. Like, you know, but that's a lot of alcohol.
Victoria, I intend to drink at least 8 cans before the end of the show. That is.
Listen,
This is content, okay? We have to make content. If this is the content that will draw some people in, I will make that move. Oh man.
Oh my god.
Austin Easy AE says if you ain't a bitch you'll chug. He thinks we should chug these things. But we got to be able to taste it first, right? Because otherwise we're just drinking and we're not even sharing this. You'll get banned from Twitch if you die on stream. Oh man,
Yeah,
this is.
We'll lose everything we've worked for.
Yeah, we'll get banned, and when we die, when we won't even need to go on anymore. We're dead. It doesn't even fucking matter. Again, toll free, not really, but depending on your character, call us in. You can call us in at 802-432-8358. You can text the show as well. We get your messages. You can leave us some voice messages as well. And if you want, or not if you want, we will. If you send us voice messages, we will probably use them on the air today. I really want to hear some voicemails from some fans out there. That'd be really fun. So if you want to be a part of the show, go ahead and call that number. It should go right to a voicemail, and that way you can leave a message on there, and we can start building a community around here. Let me continue a little bit. I'm gonna take another pig sip here. Hold on.
Me and you, I'm watching these beers, you know, their condensation building up here, and I don't know if I'm jealous or if I'm feeling teased. Like, I want to keep drinking them.
Hey, listen, just as long as you're drinking the flavors that we're on, we're cool. Because we don't want to. We have to cleanse our palate, right? In between, should we cleanse our palate in between each one? Like if we do half of the White Claw black cherry, should we drink like a sip of water and then do the Bud Light Seltzer? Right? That makes sense, right?
I have my water with me always. Water, guys, 64
I don't.
ounces
Hold
a
on.
day.
Let me grab my water. Okay, I got my water here. Okay, I didn't have to go that far. So I didn't get enough opinions from the chat. Chat, I need help. So I got one person saying half and half. Who else agrees that we should do half of the black cherry White Claw and then half of the Bud Light Seltzer? Let's see. See what they say. All right, Victoria, let's crack open the Bud Light Seltzer. Let's cleanse our palates and let's see the difference in taste.
I thought you'd never ask.
Okay, I took my water sip. Cracking open the I'm cracking open the Bud Lights. Oh, we're not. We're not. Let me clarify here. This
Joe,
is
we're
for
just gonna
tasting
sip on
purposes.
this, and then we're
These
gonna
drinks will
finish
be
what we have.
no, no, these drinks will be finished. I am not drinking half and then putting it to the side. No, I am drinking half and then the other half, and then once I'm done with both and I give my rating, then I'll drink the rest of the. I'll drink the rest of each one. Okay. So let's take a sip. Cheers, chat. Cheers to you guys. We're gonna take a sip of our black cherry Bud Light Seltzer. Here we go. Are you ready,
Love you
Victoria?
guys. I'm always ready.
Ooh, this one has a stronger scent. Hold on, let me smell. Smell both of them. Which one's stronger? It's definitely the Bud Light Seltzer, right?
100%. 100%.
Oh yeah.
You know, my dad is a Bud Light drinker. My dad comes home every single night and cracks open at least 2 of these babies, and not the seltzer, like the actual Bud Light.
Now here's the question: does scent of a drink mean it's more flavorful? I guess we'll find out, but I'm curious. Let's see. Huh. I don't know. I don't know how to describe that. The White Claw. Okay, I do know how to describe that. The white, and this is just my take. The White Claw does taste more quote unquote pure. Like it has less, but I don't want to say less taste, but it's more like Bud Light Seltzer tasted like it has more stuff in it. I don't know if it does. I mean, I could look at the ingredients and compare them, but what do you think? What do you got there?
I feel like I'm sort of on the same boat with you, but you know something? I was kind of expecting that. You know, because like I said, my dad drinks this stuff pretty much every day. And I look at the beer and the consistency is dark. It's kind of got like for me a taste that doesn't, you know, resonate with me. You know, doesn't sit with me as like a fresh drink. So as far as, you know, tasting this goes, I was expecting that. You could taste
Hold
like
on.
it's almost artificial.
I've just
Carbonation.
I made a discovery. So, ooh, excuse me, I'm already getting gassy. So the Bud the Bud Light seltzers have 5 more milligrams of sodium in them than the White Claws, but the White Claws have more sugars, which is interesting. The Bud Light seltzers have less than 1 gram of sugar, while the White Claws have 2 grams. Ho ho! So that's interesting, right? So maybe it's the salt. I don't want to say saltiness, but the sodium. Maybe the sodium is what's making it more like not musky tasting, but like it has something else there. Like I'm not tasting the sugar. Because like if I drink the White Claw, yeah, it just tastes like it has less stuff. That's interesting. All right, so let's get a number down here. Victoria, what would you rate each one on a scale of 1 to 5? 1 being the worst, 5 being the best.
Excuse me.
I'm gonna write B for Bud Light and W for White Claw.
Okay, so I think for the White Claw, I will give it a 5 to start. Like I said, it's really light. It's something that I know that I can have a lot of. That ties into, you know, all the types of alcohol I've been experimenting with.
Okay, so she gave it 5. Guys, we already have a perfect score. We have a 5 bubbles coming from Victoria. And what would you give the Bud Light Seltzer?
To be honest with you, I'm gonna have to start with a 3.
A 3? Jesus. Okay. 3 bubbles for the White Claw on Bud Light. 5 bubbles for the White Claw, Black Cherry. For me, I'm gonna do 1 more from each just so I can. There's a White Claw. Okay, gotta
cleanse the palate.
Yeah, gotta, you know. Okay, I've made my decision. I'm gonna give the White Claw Black Cherry a 4 out of 5 bubbles. And I'm going to give the Bud Light Black Cherry a 3 out of 5 bubbles. And I'm going to tell you why. The black cherry, the Bud Light flavor is not as pleasant. It's stronger. It has a stronger flavor, but it's not as pleasant as the White Claw. Now, White Claw has less flavor, but it's at least not as bad as an unpleasant flavor. That makes sense. That's how I'm justifying my scores. So there's that. What do you say for your scores? Why did you rate the Bud Light 3?
You know, I really am not on board with just really not on board with that taste.
Just not like you just like the taste. You just like the White Claw taste better in general.
Yeah, because it's like I said, like it's also like you said, like I understand that the sodium is a little higher in the Bud Light, that there was a little less sugar in one than the other, but you know, I'm not vibing with that taste. I feel like it's gonna make me feel uncomfortable and full.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Let's move on.
That's
Let's
not
move on. All right. We're gonna move on. Well, wait. Let's. Oh shit. Am I gonna do this? Victoria, how far are you into your White Claw? I might be. I'm gonna tap out. The White Claw is almost done because I'm just gonna slam it.
All right, 1, 2, 3, go.
Dude, Jomi is my first subscriber on Twitch ever. That is so exciting. Thank you so much, Jomi. That's awesome. Dude, everyone give Jomi a super high five. I'm gonna give him an applause. Thank you so much, Jomi. Woo! First subscriber ever. Let's go. Oh, that's exciting. Dude, thank you so much. I have to like set up the rest of my alerts because I don't think it even went off. But I heard the sound effects, so that's good. Thank you so much. I'm gonna slam this. Look, he even has a first by his name. Look, founder, first month subscriber. What? Dude, I didn't even know they had that. But yeah, thank you so much. I'm gonna slam this, Victoria. Here we go. Are you ready? Are you gonna slam it with me, or are you gonna?
I've been already doing that. I'm almost done.
Wait, I got a little bit more. All right, got first one down. Let's do it. I'm gonna. You know what? Yeah, no, I'm gonna put it over here. Woo. Where can I don't even know where to put my cans. You know what? I'm gonna move these boxes. I had these boxes here for everyone to see, but I'm just gonna move them. So while I was navigating the White Claw website, I noticed they have a film. They have a film on their website, and it is their film, like their intro for their product. I want everyone to listen to this and tell me how sophisticated they are trying to sound. That was not them. That was me. Excuse me. All right, here we go. Listen to this, everybody.
Discover a new wave of refreshment, crafted using our unique brew pure process.
Discover a new refreshment, crafted to perfection.
White Claw Hard Seltzer. Nothing tastes quite like it.
Victoria, I wish you could see this. It's a film. It's a little video from YouTube. It's in black and white, right? It has the guy with the really deep voice acting like, speaking all epically. And yeah, there's a tidal wave in the background, and I guess there was a message. I read it somewhere on their website. The 3 waves. Oh, that's right. A White Claw, I remember now. White Claw is is when 3 waves come together or something like that. And that's why they named it that, because of the 3 waves. The chat wants to see. I'll play it one more time. I'm going to put the camera on the desktop so they can see it. So chat, just look at the screen. I'm going to play it again. Victoria, if you want to watch through your phone or something, you can see it from there. Ready? Here we go. Let me turn up the volume here.
Discover a new wave of refreshment.
They've got the guys swimming through the waves and
pure process.
Super. Look, she's got all of her clothing on for some reason.
Nothing tastes
No
quite
bathing
like it.
suits. Just swimming through the waves with their White Claws. No, keep in mind, there's no drinks in that commercial. It's just people. That's their video. It
It's
only
really
has two.
impacted by that.
Oh no, it only has 2,000 views. Ooh, you'd think they'd have more than that. So, so there's that. Let me see if I got any cooler facts for you about White Claw. Let's see. White Claw flavors include the pure flavor, which is the flavorless one. They have ruby grapefruit, mango, black cherry, which is the one we just devoured or chugged, raspberry, natural lime, and now they have the somewhat new flavors watermelon, lemon, and tangerine, as well as, and I just learned this today by looking through their website. They have the 70-calorie cans of pineapple flavor and clementine flavor. I think those are their newest, and I even see on their website they're advertising those up the butt. So those are some new things that those are very, very new. The 70-calorie White Claws are only 3.7% alcohol by volume. And obviously, like I just said, they only have 70 calories to them, so they're even healthier. So, yes, and pineapple and clementine. And I guess those flavors are only found in those two. And if you look on there, if you Googled it or something, you can see they have it's like the White Claw can, except it has a big 70 right above the flavor title. So that's interesting. I wonder how the pineapple tastes. I bet it tastes pretty good.
We could mix it with some Malibu rum, and I'll let you know.
Ooh, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. Do you know any? Do you know any White Claw mixes? I'm not a fan of mixing White Claws, but I know it's a thing. Like you mix them into other drinks. I've seen it done. What kind
I'll
of
be
stuff?
honest with you, Jesse. Working in hospitality, a lot of people, when I go and pick up their drinks at the bar, I'll tell you, I think we could mix this with just about any alcohol. We could do one of these seltzers because it's technically a tonic. It's just carbonated water. If you think about it, think about we're probably gonna, the mango food coloring
Mm-hmm.
or like a mango syrup in carbonated water mixed
Yeah.
with an alcohol. So I really feel like whatever alcohol you mix this with, this is gonna blend very well. Like whichever one of these.
That does sound pretty good. And Jomi actually gave out a wonderful mixture remedy. Tequila, mango White Claw, and some squirt soda. I haven't heard about squirt soda in like years. I feel like I don't see it anywhere.
Well, guys, I definitely have some tequila, which I would love to mix with this mango.
I feel like
Actually,
the
that's what we
mango
did
and
for Cinco de Mayo. As a matter of fact, we took fresh mango from the garden with some tequila, and it was delicious.
that does sound pretty good. I promise I'm almost done with my Bud Light Seltzer Black Cherry. So, just to recap before we move on to the next flavor, the winner, and we will average these scores, by the way. I'm not going to do it now. I'll do it all at the end. But what we'll do is we'll add up the scores and average them. And then at the end of the entire episode, we will see which brand has the best score. So after we drink, the flavors necessary and all that fun stuff, we'll see which one has the edge: Bud Light Seltzer or White Claw. So we have lime. We had black cherry done. We could do lime. We can do mango, and then we'll do the wild card round. So that'll be 4 flavors that we'll base our score off of. I think that's fair. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Which flavor? Let's do lime next because we definitely have lime available for both of us.
It's the one I had just
grab
written down.
your limes. Okay, I got my Bud Light lime, and I got my White Claw lime. Oh man, I still have to finish my Bud Light seltzer. Ugh.
I just want to comment really quick on the organization of the Bud Light seltzer box. You know, they took some real care here to organize the flavors. You know, all 3 in one row, 3 in another. You know, I've encountered the Seagrams and the White Claw variety pack, and that business is just all a mess. It's disorganized, and it's almost like luck of the draw of what I'm gonna get to drink.
True. Okay. No, I do agree. The box for White Claw is pretty. To the chat too. It's pretty straightforward, right? You can see the cans of each flavor. You know it's a seltzer. They chose some simple colors. Compare that to the White Claw box, and I feel like the White Claw box has a lot more going on, and it's a little bit busy and crowded on their box. If you want to be a freaking marketer right now and judge their
You're seeing on the Bud Light box, Jesse, is resemblant of what you would see on the Bud Light beer box. You know, the box for the most part is blue. The text is white, bold block lettering. And, you know, one bottle of Bud Light on the box. You know, I'm a less is more type of person.
Oh yeah, no, I'm agreeing with you on that. I am more on the minimal side of things. I do like simplicity. I think it looks a little bit sharper and cleaner. And the White Claw box, not that it's bad, but it's just pretty crowded looking. My eye wants to look at too many things. Meanwhile, Bud Light Seltzer, it's like I could look at it and be like, oh, I could tell that's the variety pack. I could tell it's a Bud Light Seltzer immediately. And that's it. That's all I need to know. I don't really need to admire admire the logo. Bud Light Seltzer doesn't even really have a logo. It just has the Bud Light font, if that makes sense.
It's simple. It's something that you can relate to. And as far as, you know, muscle memory goes, it's colors and words that your brain is just going to automatically, you know, make a connection with. So, you know, from a psychological standpoint, from a marketing standpoint, this is how they are going to compete with White Claw. Because you are absolutely right. Like, White Claw's got a very decorated and busy box. And initially, like, that's what's going to get people's attention. Ooh, what's this? It's exciting. But, you know, Bud Light is relying on their
Victoria, chat wants me to eat the box. I will eat a part of the box, but only if they share the stream at least once. or share the podcast on their social media so we can or leave a voicemail. I want to hear a voicemail from somebody so we can show it on the air.
Eat the
one
box.
of the two.
No
Has to be one of the two.
Ow.
I will happily eat some cardboard if that's content enough for you guys out there that are watching. All right. I'm officially done with both the black cherries. Victoria, we started with the White Claw last time. Let's start with the Bud Light Seltzer this time for the lime. That way we can kind of make it more even, right?
Let's go.
We'll start with the Bud Light lime, and then we will, as soon as we get halfway through, we will move on to the White Claw lime and see which one we like more. Here we go. Let's get through it. We're already 43 minutes in, so we got to move a little bit quicker here. And then after the lime, we'll take a 5-minute break, and then we'll come back and do the other two. All right, here we go. This is Bud Light Lime, or Bud Light Seltzer Lime. Wait, hold on. You can't read the box. I'm reading the chat. Just eat everything. Eat the box. Listen, chat. I'll eat a part of the box if you share the stream on your social media. That's fair, right? Right? That's pretty fair, right? I'm not eating the Kirby. I can't eat the Kirby. All right, here we go. Cheers, everybody in chat. We're gonna take our sip of our Bud Light Lime. Bud Light Seltzer Lime. Again, has a strong scent. I don't know if you smelled that before you drank it, but I definitely smelled it before I drank it.
It
Like as I
reminds
was
me of a Cinco de Mayo I don't want to talk about. Like,
like literally I before it even hit my lips, I smelled the strong bitterness of the lime, you know? Okay. Let me take a
I
few
think
more
it
sips
will
here.
pair very well with tequila. I'm gonna be very honest with you. Like, this lime scent is so strong, and it's
Mhm.
I'm not gonna take a shot of tequila. You could actually probably use this as a chaser with a tequila, but just a quick mixed drink. I would do this and some tequila. I personally don't want to drink too much of this by itself.
I mean, if you want some tequila while you do it, I mean, that's up to you. I'm not okay, so I'm it's this matchup for me will be fair because I don't like lime in general. And if you hate me for saying that, I'm sorry. But I am not a lime guy. When people drink tequila and they do the lime thing and they suck on the lime to like down it better and all that, that's just not. I'd rather have a lemon. Like the lemon helps me out more than the lime does. So both of these will probably have a lower score just because I'm not a lime guy, but that's just me. Um but now we get to see which lime can I tolerate better. Will it be the Bud Light Seltzer lime or will it be the White Claw lime here? But what do you have so far? What do you think? What do you taste in the Bud Light Seltzer lime?
Well, look, I don't want to sound like a Snooki right now, but
Okay, a Snooky. I haven't heard that name in a while either. Snooky.
but listen, I was Snooki before Snooki knew what she was doing. Okay. Um I really am enjoying this. It's like for a moment here, it's taking me, like I said, it's taking me back to some nights I don't want to talk about. But I
Oh
think
no,
it's
you can't say that and then just toss it to the side like, oh, those nights that I don't want to talk about. You can't do that because now the chat's gonna get upset because they're gonna want to know what she's talking about. Yeah, see, look, tell us now. The key
oh,
word was don't want to talk about, or the key phrase was don't want to talk about. You should have just said the back to nights that I had. That's all you had to say.
so
Didn't it?
just it was Cinco de Mayo 2017. And the guy I was dating at the time, God bless him, for real. We went out. We must have hit up like three or four different places.
Okay.
And I had at each of these places we went to, like I said, I don't really drink tequila. That's not my deal. Um, I went and I had a Coronita at
A
each
Coroni.
establishment.
Oh yeah, I've had those before.
And at the end of the night, I must have had like four or five of them with a couple shots of tequila. And I
Okay.
didn't get sick. It was a
Uh huh.
great night. Danced, it was lovely. I love you. We love each other, whatever.
Right.
We get back to the house. I don't know it was like clockwork. As soon as I get out of the car, like the second my feet touch the ground, boom, projectile vomit everywhere, man. Like he was so good that he didn't even want me to fall on the ground. Like I kept wanting to projectile and fall on the ground. He kept putting his hand on my chest. There was this barrier and I kept feeling myself bounce off of it. Like it was bad for no reason.
Wow. Wow. I think we all just learned something about Victoria, everybody.
Like
I think we all just learned. uh, oh man, I'll just say this now. I know my parents are probably listening, this is horrible, but I'm going to say it anyway.
I have never
Uh,
partied with your son like this. I promise.
in Victoria, believe it or not, you might have been there for this night. You weren't with me when it happened, but you were with me. Like you were at the same party that I was at where this occurred, or after of which this occurred. So
Boy.
I'm just gonna go on a tangent here. This isn't even White Claw related because White Claw I don't even think White Claw was out yet. Like White Claw didn't exist at this point, but we were at it was Halloween. It was a Halloween party, and it was at Venti. No, not Venti. What was the complex behind Northgate Lakes on McCulloch? It was an apartment complex, and Dylan
Tivoli.
Toro lived there. What was it?
Dylan never lived in an apartment. You're talking about Kyle's house up the street in Oviedo.
No. This was an apartment. Dylan Toro was always there, and like it was like that group, like
Talking about Tivoli. He's talking
Tivoli.
about Tivoli.
It was Tivoli. We were at Tivoli, and it was Halloween, and they had a Halloween party at Tivoli, and I don't know who lived in Tivoli, but it was band people. You were there. I'm like 90% sure you were there.
It was Lady Gaga.
And it was a great night. It had a lot of fun. And I ended up leaving, and I forget who I was with, and I apologize for anyone who was with me, and I forgot you were there. This was me, not in the best mindset. But anyway, I remember leaving, and I was fine most of the time. Right? For the most of the time, I was fine. And I mean, as soon as I sat down in that blue Pontiac G5 that I had throughout college, and we were making a left turn down McCulloch out of Tivoli, like towards like the stadium, like where Gemini was, towards the stadium. We were making that left, and I remember just feeling the most sick I felt since spring break of probably that year or earlier. And I mean, literally, God, everyone's gonna. I end up puking, right? But I don't let it come out of my cheeks. Like, I hold it in my cheeks like a freaking squirrel. And I remember whoever was with me, they go, whoever was with me, they go, dude, are you all right? And I'm sitting there with my cheeks full. And I'm like, I'm shaking my head, no. And I remember and I was driving, so I drove fine, but I was fine. Like I turned into UCF, and you know how like the stadium is like right there, like there's a right turn at that light. I forget what road it is, but it's to get into the school. I pulled over and I parked safely, and I remember I just like let it out because like I had already puked. It was done. It was just I had to like let it drop onto the ground. I had to let it like drop onto the ground. And immediately I felt better. I was like, oh, okay. I feel better, but it was a horrible. It was really bad. It was like really bad, dude. Like, I'll never forget that. That's like one of those like party drunk moments that I'll never forget, like ever. There's the only other one besides that was spring break, and I'm not even gonna get to that today because it will take too much time. But oh man, your story reminded me of that, and I had to give you some background on that. Let me finish some more of this Bud Light Seltzer Lime, and then we'll move on to the White Claw. Jomi, and this is a Twitch question. They asked what I was drinking. I will tell you right now, 1,000%. And I remember this was close to when I turned 21. And I know for a fact when I turned 21, I was really into the Bacardi Dragon Fruit. And I feel like people who know me well, they'll know that like that was like my drink. I always got the Bacardi rum, and it was the Dragon Fruit. And I'm pretty sure that's what did it. The Bacardi Dragon Fruit flavored rum is
that
what
sounds so sweet. Like,
and
alcohol is alcohol.
And I'm pretty sure like it got to a point like later on in college, like it got to a point where like even just thinking about that made me like not okay. Like I was like I would think about Bacardi Dragon Fruit rum, and I'd be like I'd feel queasy after. Like it was not good at all. But oh man, did you get to at least halfway through your Bud Light Lime, Victoria?
Oh yeah. This makes me want to go have a margarita. I almost feel bad for drinking this without my tequila.
All right, All right, I'm about halfway through mine. I'm gonna crack open the White Claw natural lime flavor. and we'll make a comparison. And then after we do the lime guys, we'll take a 5-minute break. We'll take a break for our advertisers. Heck, we might even do 2 breaks today because this one's going for a while. I have a feeling this episode is going to go for a little while, and that's fine. That's perfectly
I
fine.
might get drunk with all of you.
Victoria, this is content. This is what the show needs.
You guys are gonna learn so much
This is
about
content.
me.
All right. They really want me to eat this box. If you want me to eat this box, you gotta prove to me that you've shared the podcast with at least one person that you know that I don't know.
Jesse eats a box.
They want me to eat.
100
They want me to eat this box. I'm not gonna eat the whole box. I will eat a portion of the box, but this is what I subbed for. Show me. Oh my god, Show me, you're awesome, man. No, eat the whole box. I can't.
The whole box. Wow,
They
Mike,
want me to eat
you're
this
all
box.
in.
If I don't know if anyone else is out there is drinking with us, but if you're drinking with us, cheers. I'm gonna take a sip of the White Claw. This is the natural lime flavor. I already had a few of the Bud Lights. Let's see. Oh my god, Josh is subscriber number 2. This is amazing. Thank you, DeAndre Media. This is my friend Josh. If you know Josh, obviously go follow him on his channel, which is DeAndre Media, twitch.tv/DeAndre Media. Or you can just click on his name in chat probably. But thank you, Josh. I appreciate it, man. I love you. I never thought I would get a sub from you. I thought I wasn't worthy, but I guess I am. All right, Victoria, cheers. Let's do a White Claw sip here. Okay, again though, I almost have the same feedback. The White Claw isn't as flavorful as the Bud Light Seltzer. The Bud Light Seltzer has a stronger flavor. The White Claws taste a little bit more, as they say on their cans, it tastes a little bit more pure. I don't know. What do you have for us, Victoria? What do you taste?
Jesse, I want to build on what you're saying with pretty much, I think this is what this contest is going to boil down to is a preference because you're absolutely right. This Bud Light is very pronounced in flavor. Like I said, like it's taking me back to nights that I thought were just exceptional and maybe a little excessive. I'm sipping on this lime in particular and it's taking me right. It's very light. It's very diluted. Almost a night that I had in Wynwood where the drink just wasn't right, and oh, excuse me, I got
Bless
sick.
you. I don't know why that was so funny to me. No, it's interesting how like they say pure and they mean it. Now, okay, I wonder though if this pureness matter like. Oh, thank you for the follow, Canis. I'm wondering if this will matter differently when the flavors become more. I don't want to say interesting, but interesting. So like if I think mango, I think mango is a more flavorful and more sugary fruit than a lime. So I wonder if the Bud Light Seltzer will have the edge when it comes to mango because it has more of the flavor impact. You know what I mean? Like I'm curious about that.
And between me and you, I think this also ties into like the pros and cons of eating too much of one thing. Because yes, mango naturally is very sweet. So when you are throwing carbonated water in there, like it's going to offset it, but not offset it as much as something that may not have as much sugar. So, you're absolutely right. As we trek along these and that's what I was also saying before, how this was going to boil down to, simply a preference. What are you feeling today? What are you feeling right now?
Victoria, we have another subscriber. We have Yo Mike 92. Thank you so much for the subscription. You are the official 3rd subscriber to IceT and the Hippogriff on twitch.tv/IceT. Thank you so much for subscribing. How are we
Hey,
getting
Mike, I
subscribers out of
you out.
this? Is exciting, guys. I'm gonna give another applause to the people who subscribed today. Here we go. I'm just doing it. I have to. Thank you so much. We super appreciate it. And I'm glad Salty Pax brought up that if you do have Amazon Prime, you can actually use a subscription. If you have the paid service for Amazon Prime, they give you one free subscription per month, I believe. So if you feel free, if you don't have, if you don't, oh my God, I'm dying. Excuse me. If you haven't used your monthly Twitch Prime or Amazon Prime subscription yet, we will happily be the ones, and we would be honored to be your sub of the month. That'd be really cool. Thank you so much, Mike. We love you. But anyway, Victoria, continue. I'm sorry. I just had to thank Mike for his contributions to the show.
Oh, I appreciate that. Mike, 3 is my lucky number. So I really hope that by you subscribing, we have just now initiated more good vibes for this podcast. I see Deidre Medea.
Oh, Deidre Media.
Deidre Media.
That's
I
Josh.
think it's really hilarious because, like, I'm a substitute teacher. So when I'm going through the attendance and I'm calling all these kids names, like, they're half expecting me to butcher their name. And I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, I get their names. Like, they're impressed. So it's really ironic in this particular situation. Every time I see somebody's name in this chat, I'm just way in left field about what it is.
Victoria, if I eat this box, it's going to take a long time.
See, if you eat that box, I said I was going to do 100 push-ups. And between me and you, like, I'm already getting a little turnt. So, I mean, that's going to be a task.
It's like rubbery. Not rubbery, but it's like the
Man,
cardboard.
are you really eating that box?
I'm eating just a small piece. That's why Dan said pathetic in spaces.
You're Miss Harrington. Oh my God.
Listen, it's content. And if content gets us viewership, I will do it. All right. I have about, oh my God, this has been an hour. Well, it's been an hour recording of the first half of the show. Victoria, what would you rate each brand here? Let's start with the Bud Light Seltzer. What would you rate the Bud Light Seltzer?
I mean, are we doing the 5 bubbles? Because, now that I've been able to try this Bud Light Lime, I have a
Sorry, I'm laughing at the chat.
No, you're good. I think I would give I think they're pretty much tied right now at a 4 out of 5.
So both gets a 4. Both get 4?
They're both at a 4 out of 5.
Okay. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so what my thing is, like, I'm not a lime guy. Excuse me, and I mentioned that before. I'm not a lime person. But so because of that, the lime flavor in the Bud Light Seltzer is stronger, which means I don't like it as much. So I'm going to give the Bud Light Seltzer lime flavoring a 2 out of 5, and I will give the White Claw lime flavoring a 3 out of 5 because I am just not a lime guy. So that is what I'm going to settle with.
I can understand that. The White Claw lime was pretty off-putting.
So with that being said, let's take a small break. It's been an hour. We're an hour and 3 minutes into the show. So let's give a break here, and we'll come back and we will learn a little bit more about the companies that we're drinking from, and we will do a little bit more of our talks with the chat here, and I will finish chewing on this piece of cardboard that I've been forced to chew by the Twitch chat here. You are listening to IceT and the Hippogriff. We are back Welcome back to IceT and the Hippogriff. We are here taste testing our White Claw and our Bud Light Seltzer flavors. So far, we've had the black cherry from both companies or brands, and we've also had the lime from both brands, and it's hit us a little bit harder than we anticipated, which is fine, but it has, so we're just letting you know right now. It took about an hour for us to get through the first half of this competition, but it's worth it. It's been fun. The chat's been having fun, and I think it's good content. Victoria, how are you feeling after the break at this point?
Between me and you, I'm ready to dance. So, let's get the good stuff out of the way, and I'm about to go dance the night away.
Yeah, I actually got and when we were in break, I've had a chance to share with the chat at twitch.tv/IceTKirby, but I had a chance to open up I ordered a new pair of headphones to see if they can compete with the headphones that I have on right now. And they're better. I don't know if they're exactly what I'm hoping for, but they're better. So maybe you might be seeing me wearing a new pair of headphones in the near future. But anyway, we are going to move on to the mango round, and what we're going to do is we're going to have the viewers vote for mango. And these are the viewers that are on twitch.tv/IceTKirby, or the people who are texting into the show at wait, let me hit the number here. 802-432-8358. So if you text into the show or leave a message, we will also consider your opinion. Because I know Victoria, she bought the variety pack, but she unfortunately has only the grapefruit flavor available. So, and then for the last round, we will be doing the wild card, which is the raspberry of Bud Light Seltzer, or I'm sorry, the raspberry from White Claw versus the strawberry for Bud Light Seltzer. Yeah, we're ranking them. We are ranking them right now. We have already done 2, so we're on the third one, which is mango. Victoria, which one do you? Oh, we should probably start with the White Claw because we did we alternated. So we started with White Claw, then for the lime we did the Bud Light Seltzer, and now we should probably do the White Claw again. So I will get out the mango. This is the mango for the White Claw, and then we will take a taste of the mango of the Bud Light Seltzer. So, let me tell you a little bit about Bud Light Seltzer, since we're on the topic. Bud Light Seltzer was released this year, believe it or not. It seems like it hasn't, but it was actually this year. It was released in mid-January of 2020. So White Claw's had a 4-year head start, if you want to call it that, from Bud Light Seltzer. And now they have caught up in competition. Bud Light Seltzer was literally designed to compete with White Claw. So Bud Light Seltzer, like Anheuser-Busch, was like, hey man, these seltzers are taking off. We need to take off with them, even though it's been 4 years. Let's get a seltzer out there. And at first, they had Natty Light, I believe, which is an Anheuser brand. It is an Anheuser brand. So they had natural light seltzers before Bud Light seltzers, but the Bud Light Seltzer brand was more designed specifically to compete with White Claw. And so, and this is what the article says on CNN, natural lights or natty light seltzers were cheaper than the Bud Light seltzers, and then the Bon and Viv. If those of you who have heard of Bon and Viv, Bon and Viv is actually the like higher end version of a seltzer. So Bud Light seltzer falls in the middle. It's more expensive than Natty seltzers, but it's also cheaper than the Bon and Viv seltzers. And surprisingly, the sales of seltzers in general had, and this is including Bon and Viv and Natty, by August of 2019, they were $1 billion in sales. They surpassed $1 billion in sales, which is crazy. Because they reached that goal before Bud Light Seltzer was even introduced. So with Natty seltzers and with Bon and Viv seltzers alone, Anheuser-Busch was able to reach the $1 billion selling mark. So, which is pretty crazy. Since February, Anheuser-Busch, because of their sales with Bud Light seltzers and all that, they now claim 3 of the top 5 spiked seltzer brands. So in 5th place, there's Bon and Viv, which is an Anheuser-Busch brand. In 4th place, there is Natty Light seltzers, which are an Anheuser-Busch brand. In 3rd place is Bud Light Seltzer, which is an Anheuser-Busch brand. So all 3 of those, 5, 4, and 3, are all Anheuser-Busch. In 2nd place is Truly, which is owned by, I believe, a Boston brewery or a Boston company. And then finally, obviously, because of their head start and because of their notoriety, is White Claw, which sits in 1st place. So that's the lineup of seltzers out there for those who want the numbers. So we're about to dive in here to the White Claw Mango. And Victoria, I know you don't have White Claw Mango on you. I'm going to drink my sip. And for those of you in the chat, and for those of you who are texting in at our number 407 802-432-8358. If you're texting in, we will consider your opinions as well. We're going to take a sip and figure out which one of these we like more. This is the mango. I'm cracking it open right now. This is the mango White Claw seltzer. Okay, here we go.
Good luck, Jesse.
Again, White Claw, and I compare this to the other flavors. It has this pure taste, a very, very crisp, very straight to the point kind of ambience of a taste. I know I'm going pretty deep here, but I'm taking another sip. Yeah, it's just very straightforward. The flavor is not overwhelming. It's just, here's a seltzer. It tastes kind of like, flavored water with some carbonation and alcohol. That's literally, I know that's what it's meant to be, but that's kind of what it tastes like. There's not extra stuff in it. I'll take one more sip. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what I get, and it's refreshing. It's like if I were outside in the heat and I was hot and I was sweating and I was thirsty, this is, if someone handed this to me and I took a sip, I feel like I would be a little bit refreshed. So I am that's kind of how I feel about it. It's very refreshing. And the mango, so far, I will say this: the mango, it might get a better score from me. It might get a better score than the black cherry in terms of flavor. This is not 8. This is actually number 5 because we've had 4 from White Claw and then 4 from Bud Light Seltzer. So this is number 5. Sorry, I was answering a chat question.
Ugh.
Victoria, do you have you had the mango of either Bud Light Seltzer or White Claw before? Just in general? I know you don't have the
Not the mango, not the mango White Claw, but between me and you, I'm definitely sipping on the mangoes Bud Light right now. It tastes delicious. You definitely can't beat the real thing. But I think for what it is as a carbonated beverage, I do believe that this is pretty balanced out.
Hmm.
It's not overpowering. I'm not tasting too much carbonation. Again, this is something that I can mix with another alcohol.
Okay. Yeah, cuz I've said this before you know, early in the show before we went to break. I've had a very I don't want to say unhealthy, but I had a large amount of these seltzers since the pandemic started. And I've had Truly, oh my gosh, I can't stop. It's so gassy. Excuse me. I've had I've had White Claw. I've had Corona Seltzer. I've had Bud Light Seltzer. I've had Truly. I've had Bon and Viv. I've had a very large amount of these brands of these seltzers, and I have to say, the mango, it's not always been a flavor that I jump to, but now that I'm actually really thinking deeper on it, I would have to say that I enjoy the mango more than I do the lime or the black cherry. And I know black cherry is a famous one. That's one that everyone really leans towards. But I don't know. I'm enjoying the mango. All right, I'm about halfway through the mango White Claw. I'm gonna crack open the mango Bud Light Seltzer. If anyone in chat is drinking, excuse me. Cheers. I'm going to take a sip of the this is the Bud Light mango seltzer. Cheers. We're going to take a sips together and we will see, let's see what we taste with this. Again, and I'm going to say this for the third time. The mango or the Bud Light, I should say, the scent, like before it even hits my lips, I can smell it. It's very strong. I can smell what it's going to taste like. So let's see.
If you're drinking in the chat, why don't you let us know that you're drinking? Tell us what you're drinking.
That's interesting. That's a tough one. Huh. So smelling them. I'm literally smelling each can. Huh. I'm not sure like what to go. I'm not sure how to go with this. That's an interesting situation here. I really don't know how to handle this. So I like both, but I'm going to take another sip of the Bud Light Seltzer. Okay. Now here's the White Claw. That's tough. I'm not sure which one I like more. The White Claw, again, and I've said this for the last two, it's more straightforward about the taste. It's just like here's a seltzer with some flavor in it, and it does this. But the Bud Light is ambitious. It has more of like a, it's thicker tasting. It has like a like I don't want to say it's trying too hard because it's not, because it tastes good. It's just more ambitious. I'm not sure if the ambition is good or bad though. That's where I'm tied up between. There's a slight, I mean a slight aftertaste of like try me, but it's not like a good try me. It's like a like pick me, but it's like not that great. I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. I enjoy it, but it's like trying too hard.
This is the girl you regret starting a conversation with at the party.
I don't want to say regret. I want to say the girl that you wanted to talk to, but then she goes too far with whatever she's talking about, where to a point where you're like, okay, wait, let's chill. Like, there's other things going on. That's the vibe I get from this Bud Light Seltzer. It's just it's good, and I enjoyed it, but like it's like too far into taste. Like I don't need that much taste, and it's not the taste that's even bad. It's just like because I smell, you know, again I smell it. I know I'm a weirdo. I'm smelling the freaking drinks, but it's just less straightforward. The mango is, oh my god, excuse me. The mango is less straightforward than the White Claw. Huh. Okay, well,
I agree with you. You know, this goes back to the initial statement I had made about Bud Light, the beer being a more like blunt, bold, layered taste. So, you know, I just feel like out of every flavor we're going to get out of Bud Light, it is going to be layered. So it really just depends ultimately for me, like what your mood is at the time. You know, do you want something more flavorful or do you want something more on the carbonated side?
it's tough. It's a really tough question. Okay, chat. So, chat, while I'm doing my numbers, I need you to think about what you think. Based off your memory, based off what you've experienced, what would you rate the Bud Light Seltzer mango, and what would you rate the White Claw mango? If you haven't had either, don't even bother saying anything. But if you have, Twitch chat at twitch.tv/IceTKirby, if you have had them, share what number, 0 out or 1 out of 5, what would you pick? I'm going to write my numbers down, but I want you to share yours before I say anything, because I don't want to, you know, I don't want some indirect influences here. So I'm going to write mine down on a piece of paper. Chat, you type yours out in the chat, and I will record what I see the most of, I guess. I'm going to give the... Oh, I won't tell you. I'll wait a few seconds here. How many bubbles? Listen, I'll eat the box in a little while. At least be a part of this for the moment. Just write down, and yes, people that are not listening or that are not in the Twitch chat and they're listening via anchor.fm/IceT and the Hippogriff. The chat wants me to finish eating this box, and I will get to that box eventually. But let me at least get this. Let me get this information first. I have my numbers, and they're very close. Very, very close. In fact, they are so close that I'm not going to say it yet. I'm going to wait for some answers here. Bottom line, you get what you pay for. White Claws has 5 bubbles out of 5 possible bubbles. Okay, what vibe do you get to taste of the box? Listen, I have one number so far. I have a 5 out of 5. If you don't want to argue against the 5, then say nothing or say something else. But if you're not giving me a number, I can't grade this drink accurately. So this is what I have. I'll tell chat right now. I've actually tied them. because the flavor from Bud Light Seltzer is enjoyable, and the amount of flavor is enjoyable. But the quality of flavor from White Claw is a little bit more is on the enjoyable side as well. So I see it like this. White Claw has the flavor down, but it's not enough. It tastes a little bit more watery than I would prefer it to taste. The Bud Light Seltzer has the right amount of flavor necessary, but the flavor is not as pleasant as the White Claw. So I've given both of them a 4 out of 5 bubbles. Both get 4 bubbles out of 5. Nick Khaleesi, this is out of 5, not out of 10. But I will divide your opinions by 2. So we have let's see, bottom line, you get White Claw has 5. So the White Claw is winning. I'm going to give the White Claw 5 and the Bud Light Seltzer a 4 from the viewer opinions here. I think that's fair. Okay. Moving on. We're going to move on before I can't do this anymore. Victoria, you have the raspberry and the strawberry flavors, correct?
I have strawberry and raspberry, yes, sir.
Okay. We both have the same ones. So what we're going to do, this is the I can't speak. The wild card round. And in the wild card round, we're just going to vote for whichever one we like more. So it's between the strawberry, which is from, I believe, Bud Light, and the raspberry, which is from White Claw. I know they're not the same flavor, but which one is just more tasteful? Which one do you like? Is it raspberry that you like more, or is it the strawberry you like more? Period. You take a sip and you go, this one tastes better than this one. That's what we're going for in this round. Okay, so we started with the White Claw and the mango, so we're going to start with the strawberry on Bud Light Seltzer's side for this matchup. I am going to take out both of mine here. I'm going to show the chat real quick. Here you go, chat. Twitch.tv/IceTKirby. For those of you who are not here and listening to us live, you can be a part of the show by joining us every Thursday at 7 o'clock p.m. But we're going to start with the Bud Light. And after the Bud Light, I'll have 3 more drinks to drink. Oh, man. All right. Here we go. You have yours ready, Victoria?
I'm already 1 sip ahead of you, sir.
Oh, shoot. I was going to cheers the chat. Cheers to the chat. We are moving on to the Bud Light Seltzer. This is the strawberry flavoring. And ready, set, go. That didn't sound very good. There was a hair tongue. That was weird. Okay, what?
It reminds me of artificial strawberries. Just straight out 0.
Artificial? Did you say artificial strawberries?
Yes, this reminds me of like the strawberry, the strawberry mix that they use for the strawberry daiquiris.
Okay.
No way.
Yeah, I could taste that. I do taste that. Okay. I'm gonna take another sip. Yeah, I get a I don't want to say I mean, yes, it's artificial, but I almost want to say it's like it's excessively bitter. And not in the way that reminds me of strawberries, because when I eat I love strawberries. Probably my favorite fruit. Probably my number 1 fruit out of all fruit ever. This definitely does not taste like a strawberry. It tastes like something that's not a strawberry. It tastes like something that might be a wannabe strawberry, if that makes sense.
Big fake phony.
It does taste like a phony strawberry, and I love strawberry. I've had a lot of strawberry things, but this ain't it. If that makes sense. Now, is it something that I would drink and then put down and not touch again? No. Would I drink this in general if I were at a party or something or drinking with my friends? Yeah, I would drink it. But it's not like I'm not reaching back for it because I like the flavor that much. If that makes sense. I'm reaching back because I have the drink and I know it's a drink. And that's about it. Yeah, that does not taste like strawberry.
I don't mind you wanting to have a drink just to have a drink. And that's really why I'm behind all these seltzers. What I'm not behind is your attempt to really take a natural flavor that is already naturally sweet and tarty at the same time and just turn it into something that is just really not. This reminds me of like medicine, cherry medicine, grape medicine. I'm gonna give
Yeah,
this to my boyfriend
it's
because I'm feeling mad.
Wait, what'd you say? What are
Like
you giving it?
I would give this to my boyfriend. Like if I had a boyfriend, I would give this to him because I'm upset with him. Like here, have this crap drink.
So what are you giving it?
This is a 0, sir. I straight up said
Oh
0.
my god.
There's no chance here.
The 0. Okay. So you give it a
I
0
want to talk
out of
about
5.
smell. Like I get to the smell here and I smell BO. I smell like I've just walked right out of the gym from a really intense workout.
Yike. Okay. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. Um well, let me take one more sip of the strawberry here. And then I'm going to take a sip of the raspberry, which is the White Claw variant right here. I cracked it open. Anyone in the chat, again, if you're drinking with us, thank you for drinking with us. I'm going to give a cheers. Cheers. Tap the desk a little bit. I'm going to take a sip. People get mad at me for saying zip. Anyway, a sip of the there's a hair because of my cat. Of the raspberry. And unfortunately, I don't want to say unfortunately, but yeah. Again, this is a wild card round. This is raspberry versus strawberry. But I mean, man, the raspberry White Claw just has a crispier, a more forward, and it's a more pleasant taste. I mean, immediately the Bud Light Seltzer compared to the White Claw, I would put down the Bud Light Seltzer and drink something else. In comparison, I think. Victoria, have you had your sip of the White Claw yet?
No. No, I'm sorry. You see, I'm getting turned. I'm sorry. We're drinking raspberry right now?
Victoria, we are drinking the raspberry White Claw because that was what it was in the variety pack. And then we are putting it up against the strawberry Bud Light Lime. Or I said
Okay.
lime again. The the Bud Light Seltzer.
Look at this, everybody. If you're still tuned in, both not there right now.
Which one do you prefer, though? What do you like, the Bud Light Seltzer strawberry, or do you like the White Claw raspberry more?
So, after coming off this really deep, the initial scent of this White Claw raspberry is very light. I'm getting, a little tart in my nose. It's not bad. It's not overbearing. I'm going to take a sip now.
Okay.
I would say as far as raspberry goes, it's very light. The tart and the sweet are pretty similar. between me and you and everybody listening, I would say this
Uh-huh.
is significantly better than the Bud Light.
All right,
No,
what was the number you would give it?
so Bud Light is definitely still at a 0. I'm gonna give this a solid 3.5.
3.5. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to give it a I actually like the raspberry more than most of the flavors, so I'm going to also give it a 4 out of 5. I'm giving it a 4 bubbles out of 5 bubbles. I'm giving the Bud Light Strawberry Seltzer a 2 out of 5 bubbles because that was by far the worst one out of the flavors we've had of Bud Light,
Bud Light,
which is
yeah.
weird. I would almost give it a 1 point. Oh my god, I keep burping. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I keep on giving it a like the lime in this. Oh my god, I have hiccups now. I'm gonna die. It's over. I've given the lime a 2, but I mean, to be honest, I almost enjoy the lime more than I enjoy the raspberry. I'm sorry, the strawberry. In fact, yeah, I'm gonna give the strawberry a 1.5 out of 5. Like, holy crap!
Strawberry, it's a particular flavor. There's particular flavors that don't belong artificial. And what we have learned here, Bud Light strawberry, no. Watermelon, I'll be honest with you, there are a lot of flavors that watermelon does not belong to. You know, the bubble yum watermelon, I'll take it. If
Yeah.
it's not
So,
the actual watermelon, leave it alone.
all right. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm going to add up our scores, and let me get my calculator out here. We've had 4 flavors. We've had 4 scores per flavor, and I'm going to average them at the bottom of this slip of paper that I have collected. And I will do each one. I will do the Bud Light average, the White Claw average for each side. Let's see here, Bud Light, White Claw from each of us and the viewers, and then I will average those together, and whichever one has the higher score will be the winner of the competition. So we have, let's see, math. 3.
I have 9.
Wait, I'm doing this wrong.
Go.
Let me do it on the side of the page here. Boom. Okay. So for black cherry, and then I'll put J and B. That'll be easier. 6 and 9. Then we have lime, which is 6 and 7. Then we have mango from the viewers as well as myself, which is 8 and 9. And then finally we have the wild card. I'll put WC for that, which is 5. Oh wait, no.
Guys, I am so full right now.
Oh wait, I'm bad. I didn't do this. I'm doing this. Hold on. Let me scratch this out. This is White Claw and Bud Light Seltzer. What I meant to do. Okay. Bud Light Seltzer is, wow, they are not doing so well. White Claw 7.5. Okay, if we add them together, let's add them together, folks. We have math is hard.
Especially when you've been drinking.
Yeah. Especially. I have a calculator though, so we're good. 6 plus 6 plus plus 0.5. 21.5 divided by 2. We have a 10.75 for Bud Light Seltzer. And let's see what White Claw gets. 9 plus 7 plus 9 plus... Yeah, they definitely won. Divided by 4. Did I divide by 4? I don't think I divided. Let me... Hold on a sec. 6 plus... There, yeah, that makes more sense.
Hold on.
The winner. Wait, what's up?
I just want to make sure. Maybe I'm a little too turnt for this right now. Oh man, I'm embarrassed.
Okay.
If we're trying to find the average, oh, never mind. You're good. You added the numbers and divided by 4. You're good. Keep going.
That's exactly what I did. So the averages, the final scores for each flavor or for each brand are this. With a 5.375 score, Bud Light comes in obviously second place, and with an 8.125 score, the winner of the most flavorful and the most enjoyable drink and seltzer drink in general is for this discussion anyway, is the White Claw. So White Claw wins by about 3-ish points. Congratulations to White Claw. I will give them one more applause because they did a great job. So congratulations to White Claw. Sponsor us, please. Thank you very much.
White Claw, you make bitches.
But yes, White Claw wins. So that is great. And with that said, I think it's time to get out of here because holy shit.
I need to keep drinking.
White Claw is the way. I have to finish these as well. We have no voicemails. We have no calls. So we will do those as soon as we get calls and voicemails. We will feature those onto the show. But for now, Victoria, do you have anything you want to share with us in terms of social media and all that fun stuff?
Folks, so I completed 40 of 100 push-ups so far, and if you would like to view the evidence for yourself, follow me on Instagram at the Hippogriff. 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 And that's where you will find me every day at every hour.
Every day at every hour. That's exciting. Of course, let me say this. You can always find us at twitch.tv/IceT Kirby every Thursday at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is when we record our episodes for the podcast. You can find me at IceT Kirby on pretty much every social media. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. Obviously, Twitch is where I thrive. You can find the show. If you missed the live recording or if you don't want to watch it on YouTube, you can always find us at anchor.fm/IceT and the Hippogriff. That is 2 P's and 2 F's. And you can find us on many platforms, including Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, and Spotify, and much, much more. And that is where we thrive, those places. Please, please, please. I don't know about you, Victoria, but I'm feeling it right now. And if you're feeling it right now, if you're hanging out with us and listening to us and you enjoy it, please like and follow and share and subscribe. And thank you. I have the 3 subscribers. We had 3 subscribers to Twitch today, and they are awesome. Joshua, DeAndre Media at twitch.tv. Michael, YoMike92 at twitch.tv/YoMike92. And of course, oh my gosh, don't let me bomb this. Our last subscriber, we had Josh and Mike and Jomi All of them are on Twitch.tv. They are awesome, and they are the first 3 subscribers of the channel. Please do that if you can, and follow and like and share. And if you enjoy it, share it with someone. Let someone know that it's fun and it's a good time. And we plan on having a lot more good times on here. So, but with that, I think it's time to call it. Victoria, do you have a quote of the day, or do I have to look one up?
Right off the top of my head, folks.
She's typing. She's typing. She's looking for one. All right, I'll give one. I'll give a quote of the day for today. If you do not think about your future, you cannot have one, and that is by John Galsworthy. So please have a great frickin' rest of the week. Have a great frickin' rest of your weekend, and we will see you next Thursday here on twitch.tv/IceT Kirby. Take care.
Love you all.
Oh yeah, we do. We love you all for sure. Have a great night, everybody. I might have a few more drinks to finish before I go to bed.